And his opponent, hailing from Russia, another OG of the chess boxing community and one of our chess boxing Avengers. Put your hands together for Anatolii Shchukin.
A France-Russia derby, just as we like them.
A storied rivalry between these two countries, coming in first and second for the last 3 international competitions, maybe 4. And there's the bell getting the chess round underway. Over to you, Carl.
D4, E5, as expected, some kind of gambity, crazy stuff from Anatolii. He really likes to shake the position open so that nobody can do what I like to do and keep things simple. More or less expected. Djaï, on the other hand, has not taken the bait. Basically, what he's done is like, okay, I'll take 1 pawn and I'll just covering up. I don't want anything more from it than what I can immediately get. An immediate check and tactics are flowing, and a check first coming from the queen. The king's going to have to kick back, and the queen is taken. That is an obvious advantage. That being said, there has been a bishop and a rook that shall be shortly taken. And we also have to put the pawn into that. So there's, oh no, he sacrificed the pawn in the beginning. So pawn-wise, we're equal. There is the bishop pair. There are still 2 rooks on the board. This is not a done deal to an extent. And maybe the Russian might overestimate his position due to the fact that he implemented this with his tactic. Of course, it was something that he should have done, but it's not quite winning yet. From
amazing to have a queen off the board and not be in a winning position. Could you say a little bit more about why that's the case?
Well, basically, it's also the quality of pieces. For example, the bishop pair come into play with this. And a rook and a bishop, if you add it with a pawn, we say that the queen is actually not worth 10, but 9 for a reason. And the reason is, if you have 2 rooks and you're going to, in an endgame against the queen, you are going to take one pawn when everything's going to get exchanged. So it's 2 rooks are a queen and a pawn. And that's the reason we say queen is 9 and not 10. So here is really more like having a pawn down, but sometimes you can have a bishop pair for a pawn and have compensation. So, yeah.
And an offer for a trade of rooks is on the board. It seems like trading material off may be in Black's advantage. Would that be correct?
It's very difficult to tell exactly whose advantage it will be, because White has 2 of something. Black generally does want to get rid of it so they can't produce counterplay. But White's position is good enough just to hold. Now, he has to be extremely careful when it comes to changing structures, dynamics of the position. So he just kicked back. I think the knight came to c6, kicked back. King to b8, and we have a 10-second count. I believe this isn't going to go much further. Bishop takes c6, an interesting choice, giving the bishop pair to destroy the opposite.
And there's the bell. White with the last move advantage. It will be Russia's move when we come back to the board. Djaï doing a ritualistic entry to the ring, a big smile on his face. This is where he is comfortable. A very talented fighter from France is up against a Russian titan. An experienced fighter in his own right. Anatolii has been a dominant force in the chess boxing world, especially in the ring. This is about to be a clash of titans.
And in his last fight, he beat a Frenchman. This is why the French crowd is going mad at this point. They really want to see it's a revenge match.
That's right. In the last World Championship, Anatolii winning his weight category against the French. And Djaï ready to avenge that against one of our chess boxing Avengers. Gloves touched, timekeeper ready, referee ready, fighters ready. We are seconds out. Chess box. An aggressive jab right off the bat for France. Two big shots from Anatolii find the guard of France. A right hook to the body sneaks under the left elbow of France. And big, strong shots flinging from the hips of Anatolii. Djaï covering up, getting a right cross in before Anatolii hammers a left hook into the temple of Djaï. Anatolii holding back that cross he had loaded up. And a jab to the body lands for France. An uppercut finds the stomach, but the left hook misses its mark for Russia. Djaï with a counter right, a lead hook catches Djaï with a big smile on his face as he was surprised by that one. Head snapped back by a jab from Anatolii. The power of Anatolii obvious in each of these shots. The chants from both Russia and France filling the room, filling their fighters with energy. This rivalry matchup with less than a minute left in boxing. Djaï smiling as he gets hammered to the stomach with a left hook. And another left hook from Anatolii. Anatolii relentless coming forward. There will be a medical examination for the French fighter. Looks like we're cleaning blood off of a potential cut. There is a cut over the left eye of Djaï. It is being pressed. It's unclear whether this came from a punch or a headbutt. And clear to continue is France. We will see the end of this boxing round. Anatolii coming forward, trying to end it right now. France in the corner. France muscling, trying to get out. Anatolii not wanting to go back to the board. The blood of his opponent running down the neck of the Russian. The Russian with hammering overhand rights. Blood trickling down the face of the Frenchman. With seconds left in this round. Another big overhand right fired off by the Russian. And this cut will be cleaned again, maybe opening further after those big, big shots. Our doctor in charge, a local Serbian, cleaning the cut of the Frenchman, applying pressure and making the call on if he can continue, which he has given the green light. We will see the end of this round. Anatolii determined to end it right now, but there's the bell. France survives.
What a group!
Holy smokes.
192 kilos.
That one boxing round might have taken my voice for the next 3 days. What an incredible exchange between two extremely powerful boxers. I can't even begin to explain how much hip rotation and technique is in each one of those Russian punches, and how much grit and heart was displayed by France fighting through the adversity of a cut eye to finish the round and make it back to the board. And we will continue with chess Take it away, Carl.
Well, we can already tell by the clock that everything, the pace has been kept by both. About 20 seconds difference, but most probably this will go to a second round of boxing. We can only, you know, hope that the bleeding will heal up during that time. So an exchange of rooks, so a slight change of structure. At the same time, the white pawns on dark squares are going to be very difficult to get at. I think the position remains extremely solid, and these the structure of black on the queen side, where the king isn't so good. It's not very mobile. He can do exactly what he's doing. There are nice squares. Anatolii doing what he does best, just going, you know, for, you know, what you could bite into. Yeah, it's basically a strategic battle on the queen side and an attack attempt by black on the king side. He's dashing down that board. Now, is there something at the end of the rainbow? It's very hard to tell because there are a few ways to deal with it, and this is one of them. It's actually to come and just protect, but the knight isn't extremely stable on that square. We'll see how it's dealt with now, but at least for the time being, it's covering up nicely. Back to c5, and you can think, well, what has been gained? At the same time, the queen is no longer aiming at the g3 square, and things are just going to open up. So any kind of threat of mate is just going to disappear. There's still a battle of pieces, and king safety is definitely still an issue. It's just not a direct threat kind of issue. They're dashing out the moves now, and the DGT board. Oh, what's happened? I do believe that a queen has disappeared, so there has been some kind of blunder. He mustn't have seen the bishop on e1, taking the queen on g3. He's going to get through this round. Maybe, and we'll see boxing, but if it goes any further, Djaï is in the driver's seat. Who knows? Actually, already black is going in the think tank with hardly any moves at his disposal, still very far from the gong. There is a first count by the ref. He's going to have to move something, and he's moved the a7. Well, that was very smart. He's giving himself some breathing space just to be able to resist another round. He knows he can't survive this, but he knows he can just go that little much further. And that was the 10 seconds, and I'm gonna guess he's gonna make it. It would be extremely hard to find something that's gonna make in immediacy, and the gong goes.
Carl, there's only one thing to say, and that is God save France in this boxing round. Because an Anatolii with no hope on the board means it's an Anatolii with a plan to end this in the ring.
It is electric in here. I've got goosebumps all over my body.
Goosebumps have spread to me too. The competing champs of France and Russia, the two storied rivals of this World Championship, are battling it out before their fighters do the same.
Every single fight in this group could have very well been a final. This is the same category as we saw Germain fight earlier against Sergei.
And there is an ominous low time warning. We are ready to start this final boxing bout. It will be decided right now. A caution to keep the head up to the Russian. A jab lands for Djaï. Hook to the body lands for Anatolii. A big overhand right. And a warning for the use of the inside of the glove for against the Russian. Another overhand right trying to find its mark against the Frenchman. The Frenchman battling forward. France on the ropes. France with a cross guard. A jab landing for France as Anatolii still loads up on those punches. France beckoning the Russian forward.
He's made of nails.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a point deduction for a blow to the back of the head against Russia. But I don't think that warning will matter. This is either going to end with a Russian knockout or making it back to the board where France's victory is certain. Lead hook caught by the Frenchman. Big hammering shots while the Frenchman is on the ropes are being blocked by Djaï's defense. A counter cross lands for France as he makes his way off the ropes. Anatolii looking determined, but desperation starting to creep in as they trade shots in the corner. Djaï determination in his eyes as well. A cross lands on the chin of the Russian. Out of the exchange, a late shot from Anatolii and boos from the French crowd. A right-hand counter from Djaï. Hammering forward with overhand rights again. One finds his way through for Anatolii. Anatolii marching with hammered fists. Time starting to tick down even further, and desperation growing for the Russian. Djaï on the ropes. And with a clinch, Djaï pushes the Russian in the corner, beckoning him onward once again. The grit, the heart, driving him on. And Anatolii sneaking across right through the guard. After a cross of his own, Anatolii catches a lead hook on the temple of Djaï. Djaï with his guard up, legs starting to stagger, but there's a 10-second warning. It all comes down to this. A left hook catches Djaï. And fighting back by the end of the round, walking forward, staring down his opponent. France will advance.
Whoa! The most electrifying thing I've ever seen in my life.
What a moment. That standoff in the center of the ring between those two is what movies are made of. The magic woven into the French chant, cheering on Djaï. Blood running down his face, weathering the storm of Anatolii, and making it back to the ring where victory is inevitable.
I've had this type of situation. All I know that you have to stay calm at these moments, precisely in these moments, when everything seems to be pointing to victory. You have to keep your cool. It's not over until it's over. It's not over until it's checkmate. And with time running, and with what just happened to each other's mind, that anything could happen at this stage. Things are cooling in the air. And it's actually checkmate on the board. It's official.
And the cheers for France fill the stadium. A moment between two warriors as they make their way to the center of the ring for the final decision. And winner by checkmate in the white corner with the white pieces representing France. Give it up for Djaï Bouyeure! Bowing to the crowd and to his countrymen with blood running down his face. This is a massive moment, not just for Djaï, but for the country of France, upsetting a defending world champion and a talented fighter in Anatolii Shchukin.